Okay, I've decided to get the blue one that reminds me of Blue Thunder. So let's go take it home and see how it works. Here it is. It says it can fly 150 feet away. It looks like it can fly outside. I see that it doesn't have any fore and aft cyclic, so this looks like another one of those helicopters that can go only up and down and turn left and right. And what I mean by cyclic is this. On the Honeybee helicopter, for example, you've got a rotor head here that when you push forward on your elevator stick, you get fore and aft. This causes the helicopter to tilt in the direction that you want it to go. Left and right is on the stick, left and right here too. This causes the helicopter to slide left and right. And you've got a tail rotor over here, which is controlled by this stick left and right, and you have your throttle here. That's a full function helicopter, definitely not for beginners. Okay, let's see what we got here. This is not a bad looking helicopter at all, believe me. And you know what? If I set this down next to my Honeybee, I would say this is pretty much the same size. Well, let's see what else we've got here. Looks like there's a nickel metal hydride battery in there. And you've got your motor, radio, all built in, nice compartmentized. There's the antenna, and the tail rotor is an electric tail rotor motor, which is protected and geared. But there is no fore and aft cyclic here. Looks like we've got a spring-loaded up and down. This will be your throttle, and left and right would be your tail rotor speed. So no trims. Doesn't look like there's any way to trim it. Got power here. I am a very firm believer of reading directions. And I want you to see that I'm going to read right here. It says, for best performance, it's recommended you operate the helicopter with little or no wind present. Due to the light body frame, wind gusts can affect the steering and stability of the helicopter. That is very true. Since there's no cyclic control on this, it only can go up and down. The tiniest bit of wind is going to blow it, and you're not going to be able to stop. It says if your helicopter rotates uncontrollably without you operating the rotor, you may need to adjust the potentiometer located on the circuit board. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull the canopy off of this, which is pretty easy. It just pulls out like this. There's our battery, and on the side is a potentiometer. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and spin it up without the body on and see how this runs. We got no tail rotor. Oh, it's like an on-off. It's not very proportional. I found out why the tail rotor didn't work. There's a plug right here for the tail rotor, and so it was not plugged in all the way. So I plugged it back in, and now when I spin this up, we've got tail rotor. It's like on and off though, folks. It's going to be interesting to fly. Pull the antenna up. Alright, let's see what happens. Oh, it's really spinning. Spinning to the left. Horribly. Okay. Try something else. We got to do some adjustments. I'm trying to run it up, and you know what? The rudder stick is backwards. You're supposed to push right, and that's supposed to make the nose go to the right. In this case, I push right, the tail goes to the right. Totally against all radio control helicopter principles forever. if I turn left, it goes right, and if I turn right, it goes left. Well, I know of no other helicopter in the world that has the tail rotor reversed. And so if you're going to learn to fly this one, you will never be able to go to the next step because you'll have to totally unlearn what you learned on this helicopter. Okay, we've got the case open. This is the stick now that we're going to have to change and reverse. So let's pull this circuit board off and take a look. The potentiometer strips are actually on the circuit board here. And as you move the stick back and forth, it slides that contacts back and forth. Now this is backwards. The only way I think I might be able to fix it would be to reverse the wires somehow over here on this circuit board. Okay, I'm going to take my X-Acto knife and I'm going to cut this right here, and I'm going to cut this right here, and then I'm going to cross wire it with a hard wire, and that should reverse these two contact points. Okay, here's what I've done. This little contact point here, I've soldered a wire onto that end and ran it around over here to where it was connected on this side. And on the other contact, I've done the same thing. Cut the connection between the two and ran a wire opposite. So now they should be reversed. Okay, I'll reverse the controls and the transmitter. Let's see if we have any better luck this time. Here we go. Can't get it to steer, folks. Not sure why. Bring it up very slow, it just pops off the ground. There's no, it's like on and off. There's no support. Turns on, and that's what you're stuck with. Well, I got it going the right way now, but it's not going to work. I have reversed the wires to the tail rotor motor back here, and I reversed the prop. Thought I'd put it on there and try it and see if that works. So now the motor turns the right way, this turns the right way, everything turns the right way. It still continues to spin. Also, I have completely changed the transmitter inside, across the two controls, so left and right is left and right. If it's due to the chip that's on board, it cannot be done. It won't work. Well, it says avoid crashes. Fly only outdoors in open areas over soft terrain. That's because you can't control it at all. At this point, I think somebody's laughing all the way to the bank. And it's not the hardware store, that's for sure. I think anybody that buys one of these is going to be taking it back. Sorry to say.